Have you ever thought about this? What if God's patience actually runs out? Not one day far in the future, but after years of warnings, nudges, and chances. Today, while reading Proverbs chapter 1, I came across a verse that honestly stopped me in my tracks, and I haven't been able to shake it since. At first, it felt familiar wisdom, instruction, guidance. But when I reached verse 28, something changed. It says, Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. That verse unsettled me. I kept reading, but I couldn't move on. I had to go back. I went back to verse 24 because that's where it all came together for me. And a thought hit me hard. What if God had been calling us this entire time? And one day, after we've ignored him long enough, we finally decide to listen and he doesn't answer. No response, no directions, just silence. That realization shook me because I've always known God is patient. But Proverbs 1 made me realize something uncomfortable. God's patience is not unlimited. There comes a point when the opportunity to respond to his wisdom ends and judgment follows. And that made me ask myself, are we waiting until things fall apart to turn to God? Until consequences show up? Until judgment is at the door? Because most of us have heard about God at some point in our lives. Some people choose not to listen at all. Others listen, but only partially. And honestly, even partial obedience is still a form of rejection. We trust God with some things, but other areas we say, I've got this one. That's what Proverbs 1 is warning us about. Another verse that really hit me was Proverbs 1 verse 31. Therefore, they shall eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. That verse made me pause because eating the fruit of your own way means living with the consequences of choosing yourself over God. Being filled with your own devices means no covering, no protection, no divine corrections. And honestly, I don't want that. This chapter reminded me that listening to God brings safety and peace. Ignoring his wisdom leads to disaster. So for me, this is a wake-up call. I want to follow God fully, not halfway. I want him at the center of everything, not just invited in after things go wrong. I know the world will always try to distract us, pull us, and test us. And I'm choosing to trust God anyway. So, I want to ask you, do you think God's patience is limited? And are there areas in your life where you're trusting him halfway instead of fully? I would like to hear your thoughts. Let's talk in the comments.